Welcome to the Geo Show here on News Channel Nebraska and Columbus News Team. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. If you want to follow us online, columbusnewsteam.com or Facebook, Columbus News Team, or even on Twitter at Columbus NE News. You can follow me on Twitter as well at CNT Grant Otten. And if you can find me on Instagram, then I guess best of luck. You can find me on Instagram. So we have an exciting episode today. We got some state action going on, and area teams are headed off to the big show. So we're going to take a look at a couple of those teams. We're going to have, of course, the trivia question of the week. Get your shot and get a chance to win $5. So stay tuned after this first segment to see that first trivia question of the week and get a chance to win $5. But to do that, you got to answer on our Facebook page at columbusnewsteam.com. Throw it in the comments. It'll be up on Thursday. So you got to go back and look. Otherwise, just be sure Thursday afternoon that you go check that out and get your shot to win a little cash. And everybody likes cash, I think. This is actually the top-rated show in the area, according to my grandma. So I don't think that poll is biased by any means. So that's a good rating to have, and I'm going to take that one. So taking a look first at our first team going out to state. We got three teams. We got Columbus going as a team. We got SCOTUS going as a team. And we got two players from Lakeview out of the Columbus area going to wrestle at their chance for a state title. So the first one I wanted to look at was Columbus High, because they are doing some big things right now. And if you talk to Coach, and I think if you've been following them at all, you realize Columbus High is wrestling at its peak right now and doing the best wrestling that they've done all year. And that's pretty exciting if you're a Discoverers fan, because they have a chance to, a legitimate chance to go into this tournament, and the way these point rankings and how everything's kind of laying out, to win a team championship for the first time since, I believe, 82. Now, this team is one of the best teams I think we've seen since that mid-70s, early 80s era. You had the state champion in 74, team championship 75, then I believe again 79, and then 80, potentially maybe 80, but then 81, 82, and I think 82 was the last one for a while. So this is probably the best overall team I think we've seen since that era. We've had some very good wrestlers come through the era. Austin Carmichael set a couple of records. You got Michael Zaola, Jose Leon, Evan Bonet, just a list of talent of guys that have come through and have been incredible. But this team themselves have been quite impressive. One of the most impressive ones this year is Wolf, and Wolf is wrestling just as a junior. Some of his best wrestling, and I think some of his best wrestling is still yet to come, because he's got a whole nother gear, which is unbelievable, and he's undefeated this season. So it's going to be exciting to see how he does in the state tournament. He's going to be a big point scorer for them. It all starts with district wrestling, which they won for the first time in, I believe, 8 or so years. That's just where the journey begins to state as a team. Obviously, get yourself to the state duels, but to have that momentum off of the district wrestling championship into the state tournament is huge, and showing that you have that ability to score those points where you need to give yourself a legitimate shot at a state championship. Tyler Nelson, I thought they did pretty well at districts.
We were fueling each other's fire. It was just after another. Everyone was just competing hard, fueling off other matches.
Of course, I am not the only one who thinks Columbus High has a legitimate shot at the state championship, or at least a second place, it sounds like. But I got to talk to Senior Kyle Schultz as well, and he says he told me his prediction is they're getting one of the top 2 spots.
It's been great. I've made lots of friends, and the coaches are real good. They know a lot. I think we're pretty good. Like, we'll either get second or first.
Lewis Earls is an interesting cat, just because this is his first year wrestling at Columbus. He's a senior. His first year wrestling for Columbus High. He's having a great season. And you can tell he's very excited and is ready to get on this big stage. And to him, it all comes down to mindset.
Definitely want to stay focused, have a athletic wrestling mindset. Don't want to get off the subjects, and I want to look at my enemy as a worthy opponent and someone that I can definitely beat.
Carter Welk is one of those really fun seniors that we've had a chance to watch over the past 4 years or so, and he's just a really talented wrestler, a fun kid to watch. I know his mom does a ton with the program, and so the wrestling family has kind of come full circle. His older sister used to cheerlead for wrestling, so it's exciting to see how successful this kid has been so far, and the fact that he's wrapping up his career here at the state tournament like all these seniors are. He says does add a little bit of emotion.
Just got to be focused and take match by match. I mean, it's going to be one of my last matches, and you want to make it memorable.
Kobe Pasoza Hall is another guy who Carter Welk actually spars with on a regular basis or wrestles with at practice, and pretty similar weight class there. But Kobe is a very talented wrestler as well, and is been entertaining for a lot of people to watch as he's kind of developed throughout the years. So he's going to be a very big piece to this team as they try to get a bid for the state championship. Now he has a legitimate shot if he can wrestle his way through to win a title himself if the right things fall in place. But he's a very talented wrestler, like a lot of these other guys, and so he's going to be a fun guy to watch as well. And he says when you get to the state tournament, it just comes down to getting on the mat and wrestling.
My main mindset is just to go out and wrestle, like as a team, and we're going out. We have 11 guys. We have a good chance to win the state title, so that's pretty cool. But coming off from like last year, I got a runner-up, but that's driven me more than ever. So I'm just gonna go out and wrestle.
When you look at this team overall as well, and look at their legitimate contenders for some state titles, you got to look at one of the strongest junior classes that they've had in a long time, Colton Wolf, Wyatt Olcott, and Cyrus Marshall. So those three guys are going to be just extremely important to obviously the overall success of the team and their shot at winning a overall team state title and the state duels as well. But the program moving forward, as Keith Sweater here is a young coach and is sending these guys off to do something not a ton of young coaches do, is have success at this level this early on and really propel this program down the road to be successful in the long run. Because if you can get some of these guys, these younger guys, to do the right things and show the even younger kids how they need to do the right things in order for them to be successful, that goes a long way. And so Olcott, Colton Wolf, and Cyrus Marshall are going to be very important to watch as we go through this tournament, which is actually starting today. We're recording on Thursday, and it's starting Thursday, so it'll be interesting to see how that all develops. And I don't know, it's just going to be a fun group. Keith Sweater said this group is just overall something you don't get with a lot of wrestling teams, just because in high school you get the hands you're dealt, and he said this team does the right things. He says their work ethic is just unbelievably high, and they're willing to take the extra step, go the extra mile in order to do things right. So I think they do, in fact, as Schultz predicted, have a legitimate shot at either getting first or second, and they're just hitting their peak right now, so they're in prime time for wrestling, and it's state tournament time. So best of luck to them. When we come back, we're talking a little bit of SCOTUS wrestling as well, and then Matt Otten is coming on the show at the end. Stay tuned here for your trivia question of the week. Follow me at CNT Grant Otten or Columbus NE News, and follow us on Facebook at Columbus News Team. I'm Grant Otten. This is the GO Show. This is News Channel Nebraska. We'll see you in a sec.
I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the marketing director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley. Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We're obviously a locally owned bank, but we're also a bank that's very involved.
The most important thing is when you walk in the front door, everybody knows your first name. We are small town banking with all the modern conveniences.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
Welcome to Ernst, one of the largest dealers in northeast Nebraska. With 8 acres of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. At the new Ernst, we're doing things differently. Tired of haggling? Tired of back and forth? Let us show you how easy it can be, and we never charge stock fees. Finding the vehicle you want at the best possible price is our priority. We know you can shop anytime or buy anywhere. Shop Ernst, East Highway 30 in Columbus.
Hi, I'm Joe Steffi.
And I'm Michelle Steffi.
And we would like to invite you to our new dealership now located on East Highway 30 in Columbus.
We are ready to meet all of your automotive needs.
So come and see what makes us different. Gene Steffi Ford now on East Highway 30 in Columbus.
Life is about doing those things we love. And when something happens, you risk that connection to those things. It's about the path you follow to recovery, to return to those things that bring a smile to your face. When it comes to physical, occupational, and speech therapy, rely on the experts who combine compassion with excellence in rehabilitative services. The path of personalized, comprehensive, and innovative care to get you where you want to go is at Columbus Community Hospital, specializing in making a difference. In many aspects of life, there are lines between where we work and where we play. But when we cross that line, it's when we become connected to our community. At Columbus Community Hospital, neighbors take care of neighbors. With years of experience and training, caring for everyone, young and old, day or night, the expertise to handle the simple and complex, and provide personalized care in your own backyard. It connects us. Columbus Community Hospital, specializing in you.
Ever wonder where those mysterious spots and stains come from? Call your local Heaven's Best carpet and upholstery cleaning technician. You can enjoy life, and we'll clean it up.
Heaven's Best Carpet Cleaning, the cleanest carpet you'll ever see.
Heaven's Best. You've tried the rest, now try the best. Call George at 402-564-9060 or on the web at columbusne.heavensbest.com.
Welcome back to the GO Show here on News Channel Nebraska 48 or 35 if you're watching in Norfolk, but News Channel Nebraska nonetheless in Columbus News Team studios where we're recording out of. If you want to follow everything with the GO Show or Area Sports, be sure to check us out on Facebook at Columbus News Team or our website columbusnewsteam.com, or follow us on Twitter at ColumbusNE News, or you can also follow me at CNT Grant Otten. And like I said earlier with Instagram, if you can find me, you can follow me. So if you're a big Instagram person, I guess that's a challenge for you. Maybe you don't want to follow me. That's all right, too. You don't need to follow me. You don't need to follow everybody on Instagram. But if for some reason you find my stuff entertaining, get after it there. So we're gonna talk. We talked a little bit of Columbus High Wrestling here in the first segment. Now we're going to talk a little bit of SCOTUS Wrestling as well. SCOTUS is maybe as successful as any program could be for the 4 or so years that they've been around and developing players, but just the fact that they've only been a program for that long and they're already sending a very quality district championship team to state is just unbelievable. And Tracy Dotson, Coach Dotson, is probably absolutely the person they need to kind of guide them, and he's done a great job so far. Obviously, his son Marcus Dotson, a very talented wrestler, setting records already, and not only SCOTUS records, but he could be setting some, I don't know, all Columbus records as well. I don't know that they keep track of those kind of things, but he's a very talented wrestler, and you're looking at their shot at winning a state title. As far as a team, now they got players that could, or wrestlers, that have their own legitimate shot at winning a title. And you look at guys, as far as young guys, you look at guys like Wyatt Gutzmer, I think is potentially one of the better juniors in the state tournament, and definitely has a good shot if the things fall in the right place to win a state championship. And it'll be interesting. This is his first trip, so it'll be interesting to see if he can pull it out and go the distance. He definitely needs to get some points on the board for the team to be successful overall, because he is, like I said, a very talented wrestler, and the kid's really strong. If you see him in the weight room, he tosses those plates around like they're cookies. So he's going to be a fun kid to watch. Marcus Dotson and Alec Foltz, two very talented guys who have legitimate shots at winning state championships. Wyatt's older brother Seth is going to need to contribute some points, and he won a district championship as well. He's a very talented kid. He's going to have some tough opponents along the way, but he's going to, if he can win some of those matches that maybe he's not expected to win, he could also find himself winning a state championship too. And Mason Brandenburg, he's got as good a shot as any person to get in there and win a state title. So they got a strong group of kids going through the tournament here, and you know, it's about as quality of a team as you can ask for to put you in a position to bring home that even bigger hardware than just the pretty medals that those first place guys get. You get the big trophy and everything, and so obviously wishing them best of luck. Seth Gutzmer, though, was making his first appearance to the state tournament, and Coach Dotson was excited about it, and it's fun to see him kind of flourish here in the senior year moving forward, and it sounds like he's excited as well.
It's a really big thing to finally qualify after 4 years of wrestling so hard, and it's a big honor that the hard work finally paid off.
Now, Marcus Dotson is one of those cats that, like I said, has had a very illustrious career, had a very solid career. He's going to be leaving SCOTUS as one of the pioneers of the program, one of the most successful wrestlers you'll probably see out of the program for a long time. And so asking him about his time looking back on Columbus SCOTUS, it sounds like he's happy that he gets to be in that position where he was one of the first to come through the program and kind of fully develop through the Shamrocks wrestling program.
It's been really memorable. It's been a lot of fun representing my school. I'm glad I got to wrestle for SCOTUS because we haven't always had a program. It's been a good ride.
Alec Foltz is a fun kid to talk to because you can tell that kid very much loves wrestling and is really always trying to put that best foot forward. So he's got a little bit of a road ahead of him just because he's going to face some quality opponents as well coming to the state tournament. But like I said, he's got a legitimate shot to win a title, and I think he's got the fire to do it as well.
Just finish strong, finish out the year as best I can, and just practice hard and get the best out of what I put in. So.
Now Mason Brandenburg is another interesting character as well because he's finished right up there with everybody else the past couple of years in the state tournament and has medaled multiple times. So he is one of those guys that Coach Dotson said is probably potentially one of the more talented players wrestlers he's had the chance to work with, and a confidence and mental state of mind is going to be a big thing for him as he heads into the senior tournament.
I mean, definitely. I mean, if you see, it's a thing, like it's a mental thing, and if other people are putting you up, you just you just got to get the right mindset, I guess.
Jake Boss is just a full cast of interesting characters, I guess, as I would label them. But Jake Boss is another one of those guys that has been fun to watch, just simply by the fact it's his first year of wrestling, and he's done a good job. So he is a quality wrestler and a quality athlete. He's going to, of course, go on to play football, but it's been interesting to see a guy of his stature and stuff, and without doing the whole wrestling thing the past 3 years, coming out and getting ready to go into the tournament for the first time.
It's kind of nerve-wracking going in there. Foltz, he said it's big stage, so kind of nervous, but whatever happens. What?
Excited at the same time?
Yeah.
So Coach Dotson, very excited. You can see kids at practice were very pumped to, obviously as anybody would be, to go to a state tournament. So it's going to be fun to kind of watch these matches unfold. Today, Thursday, so by the time you watch this episode, this whole state tournament might be over, but it may not. Maybe you'll tune in beforehand. I hope you do, and I hope you do after as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they do. Lakeview didn't get a team title, or a team district championship, so they're only sending 2 players, two good wrestlers though. Gage Perry, just a freshman, and Drew Shad, a junior, and I'm excited to see how they do as well. They're going to be fun to watch. No seniors going from that group, so want to wish the seniors best of luck as they kind of finished up their wrestling career and move on to bigger and better things. But Drew Shad and Gage Perry, want to wish those guys luck as well as they get ready to head into the state tournament and at least give their best effort to bring home a little bit of medal for Lakeview. So it'll be exciting to see these two teams. We got a lot of exciting wrestling coming up, so be sure to stay tuned with everything. Stay tuned to ColumbusNewsTeam.com for all the best highlights and to check in on how our wrestlers are doing. So I'm Grant Otten. We will be right back with Matt Otten here on the GO Show, Columbus News Team. Follow me on Twitter at CNT Grant Otten or Columbus NE News, Facebook Columbus News Team, and News Channel Nebraska. Stay tuned to the TV for all the best sports and news. We'll be right back in a little bit.
Welcome to Ernst, one of the largest dealers in northeast Nebraska. With 8 acres of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. At the new Ernst, we're doing things differently. Tired of haggling? Tired of back and forth? Let us show you how easy it can be, and we never charge dock fees. Finding the vehicle you want at the best possible price is our priority. We know you can shop anytime or buy anywhere. Shop Ernst, East Highway 30 in Columbus.
Hi, I'm Joe Steffi.
And I'm Michelle Steffi.
And we would like to invite you to our new dealership now located on East Highway 30 in Columbus.
We are ready to meet all of your automotive needs.
So come and see what makes us different. Gene Steffi Ford now on East Highway 30 in Columbus.
Life is about doing those things we love. And when something happens, you risk that connection to those things. It's about the path you follow to recovery, to return to those things that bring a smile to your face. When it comes to physical, occupational, and speech therapy, rely on the experts who combine compassion with excellence in rehabilitative services. The path of personalized, comprehensive, and innovative care to get you where you want to go is at Columbus Community Hospital, specializing in making a difference. In many aspects of life, there are lines between where we work and where we play. But when we cross that line, it's when we become connected to our community. At Columbus Community Hospital, neighbors take care of neighbors. With years of experience and training, caring for everyone, young and old, day or night, the expertise to handle the simple and complex, and provide personalized care in your own backyard. It connects us. Columbus Community Hospital, specializing in you.
Our economic future depends on tomorrow's skilled workforce. Dream it, do it. And Central Community College Columbus is here to help young adults find careers in advanced manufacturing and related businesses. Visit dreamitdoit.com for more information or tour the Central Community College Columbus campus.
Central Community College, investing in you. Academic transfer, business, health, and technical courses all available at a fraction of the cost of a university. Small class sizes for an enhanced educational experience. Get started on improving your future. Contact Central Community College Columbus campus.
Welcome back to the GO Show here on News Channel Nebraska in the Columbus News Team studios. On the line now, as I told you before the break, is Matt Otten, and we're going to talk a little bit about golf. So we actually had a kid sign today, Jacob Wright, heading to Northeast Community College to go start his golfing career at the collegiate level. Matt, you've golfed at the collegiate level, I guess. What was maybe the biggest difference for you going from that high school level of golf to that obviously next to your collegiate level?
I think the daily routine and just the team atmosphere in comparison to high school is just much different. In college, you practice is pretty much dependent on how hard you want to work and your own motivation to get things done because you don't really have much oversight. So that was a big adjustment I had to make in terms of time management and putting in work when there's nobody, looking over your shoulder, no coaches telling you what to do. So I think that was the biggest difference for me.
And we're getting ready to come up here on golf season as spring is abruptly right around the corner. But I asked Sam about this last week, Sam Beal, who you know as well, and asked them what her routine, I guess, was in the off season, and they got like a little indoor facility at Wesleyan they can use to golf. What is, I guess, maybe for someone who doesn't have that, how do you kind of keep yourself so you're not completely rust-filled in the joints by the time you get to the spring season when it comes to golf?
Well, honestly, at Concordia we have a bit of an indoor facility, but it's pretty bare bones. I think the biggest thing in the off season is maintaining your mental game. We did a lot of just chipping and putting and things of that nature. Once you get a swing solidified in your head, usually when you come back, if you're mentally there and you're ready and you have your swing thoughts and everything right, the swing comes pretty easy. Have usually find myself not having to worry about, if I didn't get into the range every day this winter, I'm going to be terrible in the spring. And it usually comes pretty easily if you stay on top of the mental side of things.
Is it going to be? You're done with golf now. Is it going to be weird going into the spring not doing the whole golf routine, or even before that you did football? So I guess it's going to be weird not doing any college athletics, I guess.
Yeah, this time of year is usually when we start ramping up workouts. I mean, spring football is pretty good, starting to get crazy around this time of year, and with golf, we start having practice every single day for about a month and a half. I don't really know yet. I haven't really noticed it until now. Now that you brought it up, I'm going to be thinking about it. I've been so busy, but it'll be interesting. I got a lot of free time. I guess I'll have to go find another hobby.
How are you handling the free time so far? I know you play some guitar. Has that kind of ramped up your musical passion now that you have a little less time spending on athletics?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm home doing homework and that stuff most of the time, but whenever I'm not, I'll just pick up the guitar and play a little bit, listen to some music. It definitely has. I'm hoping to get out and golf here maybe on Thursday this week, or tomorrow then. Yeah, I know. Today's Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
Today's Thursday.
So maybe you get out today. Well, when you get back, maybe I'll see you before you head out and go hit the sticks this weekend.
Yeah, maybe. That'd be great. It's supposed to be about 55 or 60 at some point here today, so.
Yeah, the farther south you go, it's supposed to be getting warmer, and you're right down the road, obviously.
Yeah, so that'd be great. I haven't played in a while, but we'll see. We'll see how the first true off season of my life goes this spring here.
Well, before we do let you go, I guess the biggest probably hurdle for most people is driving the golf ball off the tee, using the big old driver. Obviously, they got the big heads now. What is a good tip, I suppose, for somebody who's not a good driver, is trying to slowly get into things? Do you have a tip maybe somebody can use to help them practice a little bit to get on the range, prepping for this golf season?
I think with the driver, the biggest thing is your position at impact and where your weight's at. So if you're trying to figure out, well, why am I slicing it or ballooning it or, pulling it, I think the big thing is you need to look at where is your weight. Is all your weight on your left foot when you come through the ball, or your forward foot? I know for a while I struggled badly, and I realized I was leaning back and keeping all my weight on my back foot, and it was just screwing things up. So I would just say tempo, find a rhythm in your head to work every time you swing, and just get your weight through the ball. And that's usually, if you got a solid swing base, that'll usually do the trick for you.
So there you got it. Get on that front foot. Matt, thanks for coming on here for a short bit. I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me, Grant. It's always a pleasure.
And If you want to hear more of Matt, go check out some past episodes. Thank you as well for tuning in to the Geo Show. Another week down, another week at sports, and best of luck to the wrestlers as they compete at state and try to bring home a couple of state titles for their respective teams. So be sure to check us out, Columbus Indie News. You can follow me on Twitter at CNTGreatAunt, and you can get us on Facebook at Columbus News Team, or just check us out online, columbusnewsteam.com. I'm Grant Otten in the Columbus News Team studios. This is News Channel Nebraska. We will see you next time.